Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another LAGTV presents We Don't Know. So by you, the fans, do Lifesaglitchtv, comments about that.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of Peter North producing something he didn't want to and catching a whiff of the fish.
Shit's burning. I eat syphilis for breakfast.
Wow, wow. Wow. Wow.
We went there. Although I would imagine that in porn,
the kind of day we're having.
they take they probably there's probably a lot of tests that are being done, right? It's got to be safe.
You got well, maybe.
Maybe not.
Probably not back in the day. I feel like back in the day,
back in the day,
maybe not.
Yeah, back in the day they did a visual look. All right, let me see.
Yeah.
Let me just see it. All right.
Everything good?
Yep. Flip it up. Okay. Yep. Spread them. Okay. Yep. Looks good. Let me. Okay. No. Let's go. Action. Oh!
It's such a day here at LAGTV. This is going to be a week. We don't even have thumbnails this week.
No, we don't.
He is away.
He's away.
He is not here.
Yeah, he's our awesome thumbnail maker is traveling this week, so we are thumbnailless. So we need as
like
many
Peter
likes.
North, we are raw dogging this week. And there's nothing to be done about it. We did a visual check, and we sent that out the door. That's basically what it is.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so hit the like button. We need that extra engagement. Speaking of porn, have you seen the bots in our channel comment section?
Oh my god, yes, unintentional segue. We've made it.
I started talking dirty to one, man.
Hey, listen. I've never been the guy, that dude with like the morning routine meme is going around. I've never been one for morning affirmations, looking in the mirror and being like, you're beautiful. You got this. You're a well-respected individual. But you know what? You can always count on the porn bots to be like, your content was super amazing. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then you look at the profile picture, it's just like tits out for Harambe.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Well,
we made it.
Oh, we made it.
It's on LAGTV now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The bots are out there. They're helping with the engagement. We've gone. We're there now, right? Somebody in the comment section asked, "Hey, is Adam paying for the bots?" I'm like, man, we're having a hard enough time paying for his fucking wedding and his fucking. You think we got money for all them bots? Damn.
Nah, I got time for bots. And if I was gonna do bots, I did. At least not. Why would you pay for porn bots?
Yeah, they're the worst.
What are we doing?
Oh my god! Imagine paying for porn in 2025. That's crazy.
Or ever. Shit, we weren't paying for that back in 1999. What are we talking about? That shit.
Don't age me, Adam. Jesus. God damn.
Waiting 45 hours for a JPEG to download of some pixelated booba.
Yeah, we're on fucking LimeWire downloading the newest Soulja Boy Tellum's album, and it ends up just being a Trojan full of porn. That just wrecks your computer.
Video that had Bonsai Buddy attached to it. Now you got a purple fucking gorilla dancing around on your fucking desktop.
Oh man.
We haven't even introduced the players yet. There are people in this game, and StarCraft is sort of happening to some degree. This is looking like a normal game.
It is.
Other than our casting, which is definitely not normal. Down the bottom right, we've got Fishy Fetus. That's also not normal, and you should ask your doctor. And then the top left, we've got Northmax, the blue Protoss.
Yeah.
This is a both 3 base start for both gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean,
this is not just normal. This is normal and slow.
Well, yeah, I mean, Protoss Northmax here is going for the faster third. This is a very standard opening. Let's get serious for a second here, okay? This is a very normal opening for a macro style Protoss play against Zerg. Now, you can go to a third, saturate it, and then do an all-in. So basically go up to 7-8 gates. Do one big, you get a Warp Prism out. You can even go ahead and get High Templar, get a couple of Archon, and do one big push to try and end the game. Or you can just go and opt for a much more macro-style game. That's exactly what Northmax is doing. He opened up with the Adept. He did not do anything aggressive with the Adept. The Adept is basically there to hold down the base. He got 2 of them. He's just holding position here in case of any Ling run-bys. And he is opening up with a Stargate. Also very normal. Now, I used to open up with Oracles all the time. In fact, I would go double Stargate and basically, I wouldn't say mass Oracle, but it's going to be the meat of my composition alongside with charge lots and do some damage. But Spore Crawlers have been buffed. It is much, much harder to do any serious damage with Oracles. And so oftentimes now, Protoss players are opening up with Void Rays. Not only is it good just in case Fishy Fetus or a Zerg in general decides to be aggressive with Roach, with the Roach Ravager push, you'll be able to hold a lot easier, and you can also use the Void Rays to kill off any of the Overlords that are getting scouting information or maybe even trying to do some Nidus-related stuff. So very, very standard opening, just giving you a Protoss perspective. As for the Zerg, also opening up pretty standard as well. Now into layer tech, and I'm assuming he's probably going to be getting Hydra, because that's typically what you see. But right now it's just the Roach Warren. We're getting the upgrades, and very good creep spread here from Fishy Fetus so far in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're getting the first real attack from both sides, it seems. They've crossed paths without seeing each other. We got Zerglings going one way, and we've got Zealots going the other. Yeah, this is going to be a real pain in the arse to have to deal with here. But coincidentally, the Zealots went into the one place that they probably didn't necessarily want to, and that's going to force them to run out of there, and kind of convenient for Fishy Fetus, who could have had a lot more of a challenge dealing with that. And, well, back at home, we got the warp cycle of Zealots coming in now to be able to charge in and deal with this small run-by. So both gentlemen taking basically no damage in the grand scheme of things here. And really, but more in the favor of Northmax, I would say, if only because Fishy Fetus kind of got lucky there at that third with how that fight played out. Yeah,
I mean, at this stage anyway, this is when you're typically going to start to get more units of Zerg. It's very rare for there to not be any type of ground units. The Hydraless Den is out now, or is just finished, so he is going to be going Hydras. Here is a run by now. Northmax is not trying to kill his opponent and end the game. Right now, he's harassing, and you'll notice on the very first attack he did, he attacked as the charge is just finishing. And I keep telling people this all the time. Doesn't matter if you're Protoss, Terran, Zerg, you're getting upgrades with a purpose and for timing. And no matter what, even though that didn't do a lot of damage at the time, what he did is he forced units instead of drones. There still is no fourth down here for Fishy Fetus. And now he's just continuously bringing down Zealots, which is now allowing him to get a 4th and a 5th base. This isn't about any of the game. It's just about what I just said. Get him to make units while you expand in behind, and you're not exerting yourself to the point where if a counterattack does happen, you're going to have nothing back at base. So well done here from Northmax so far, and Fishy Fetus also doing well. 142 supply over the 154, Northmax at 109, and more harassment is happening. It's just a matter of keeping him at 3 base the whole time, and it is going to get to a point now, probably after this push, he is not going to do this anymore, because I think now he's capped out. We're at the point now where there's a decent amount of Hydras out. There will be more. And if he loses another stack of units, that may entice Fishy Fetus to go up and figure out what's going down. But unfortunately, I mean, look at the amount of gates and look at the amount of bases Northmax is on now. He's looking to fuck at him, and he's fucking.
Yeah. Well, he's getting rid of a couple of Zealots right now in the grand scheme of things, just getting them taken out there at the front of the natural. He's got more working his way down here to the mid-map. But yeah, this is where we're in the mothership territory now,
recall time.
We're gonna get into some recall Reno. We've seen this more and more here on LAGTV as of late.
Yeah.
And I would say it's got about a 50% success rate thus far, but that's probably more an indictment on the players using the recall and less on the maneuver itself. There are the Zealots going in, charging in, and they're going to get right to that queen and get a number of drones as well by the looks of it. But once again, just a unfortunate bundle up there for the Zealots that slowed them down, and they're not quite doing as much as perhaps you would have hoped. It's funny how even just that one Spore Crawler being placed in that mineral line kind of just throws everything off. And just makes it a pain, and the Zealots just can't quite get to what they want to do. And so once again, despite that not being a completely wasted attack by Northmax, it was not probably what he was hoping for, and Fishy Fetus there is getting out with less damage than he probably could have otherwise. But that being said, Northmax is at this interesting junction where he is just constantly producing speed lots and sending them everywhere. And even though the Zerg has great creep spread, he is having a real hard time finding a place to place his own units in order to minimize this damage, because here comes another hit squad of Zealots, Mr. Black, and this is going to get to a point where Fishy Fetus might not have an answer except to attack himself.
He's just under extreme pressure, and it's non-stop, and Fishy Fetus needs to grab Lings, anything, and just do a counterattack. He doesn't even need to take his whole entire army, but finally now he is working his way out there. We do have another side of Hit Squad here, but now they're going to be out of position. Stasis are going down. These Zealots are going to do huge damage. They're going to be able to clean up this entire army. He is going to lose the space, but fortunately for him, he is on 5 of them, and he'll gladly take this trade all day long. Yes, he's got an Overseer there, so he's still able to see all the Zealots, but the Zealots are overrunning all of his army, and they are upgraded with +2 weapons. We have 2-1 for Zerg, and unfortunately for our Zerg player, he is just getting broken down little by little. Again, still sitting on 3 bases. His 4th is going down, but something tells me another Zealot hit squad is going to come. This is a shit ton of gateways. I mean, we're at the point now where he can just... Oh, yeah, here's another recall of Zealots again. It's going to be endless. And I just think he's going to win just from the sheer amount that he can produce at once.
Yeah, he's got what looks to be something like, I don't know, 13 or 14 gateways or something like that right now. And so every time he's bringing in a warp cycle on the number of bases he's got, and he can afford it, he's still floating minerals. And meanwhile, you can see Fishy Fetus struggling to keep up, mostly because he's also losing hatcheries and production facilities at the same time. Very challenging. He's actually getting outmined now 2-1 on the mineral front. And this is an interesting strategy. Again, this might be relatively common, but here in LAGTV, we don't see it too frequently.
It's not that common.
The Protoss is going this macro style, where you're just going to say, okay, listen, I'm just going to keep producing enough speed lots that you can't be everywhere all at once. And upgraded speed lots are just crazy work, bro. They just do so much damage. He's going to recall these to save them. And another squad is going in now.
This one's going to hurt. This one's going to hurt. He's
going in. Really, your only hope here at this point is you would have had to have at least gotten into something like some lurkers or something to help thin the Zealot numbers out.
But how? Like, he's been harassed the entire time. He just can't even afford to even go lurker tech.
Oh, no, I mean, like, you would have had to have, like, sort of assumed that this was where he was going. And, you know, like, how do you assume that your Protoss opponent's gonna just be like, fuck it, Zealots the whole time, right? I mean, this is a definitely, like you said, not... Oh, GG. No, that's bad.
Yeah, that's bad. This is all dead.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's just so many. It's just so many all the time.
Wow.
There it is.
Wow.
Northmax. Northmaxing out on Zealots.
Damn.
And making light work of Fishy Fetus, who never really seemed to be much of a threat from the get-go. Not that he was doing bad to start. Like, his macro was fine, his creep spread was fine, but that first couple of volleys of speed lot that happened early on before he really started to get his army built up just seemed to be enough to snowball, you know, this constant pressure right off the rip from Northmax, and he never got out from underneath of that. I guess if you could only, if I could only say one thing, it would just be, and it's similar to what Mr. Black said before, is earlier, way earlier. You know, he probably needed to go and get more Zerglings, not the main army, but just something to try to relieve the pressure. Force Northmax to be focusing on his own base, or one of them anyway, for some period of time, and he never seemed to get a chance to do that, and for good reason. I mean, Northmax was all over him like white on rice. Shit was crazy.
Yeah, everything was just well-timed. He had a plan. He executed it. It was good. I think Fishy did a good job, all things considered. I mean, this is Masters level, so I mean, it's a bit higher. But yeah, it's really rare for me to just see a Protoss basically max out on nothing but Zealots. We didn't see a Stalker. We saw 2 Adepts, but that's normal in the beginning. We saw 1 Void Ray that was basically just taking out Overlords up at the base. But outside of that, it was just Recall City and Zealot run-bys and kept him on 3 base forever and a day. So well played there by Northmax. Enjoying casting his games. They're usually pretty good. And yeah, guys, hit that like button. Again, we need the extra love. We got no thumbnails this week, so smash them.
Listen. Before we go, I'm going to summarize Northmax's game right here. As per one of the porn bots aforementioned, posted on our co-op game that just went up an hour ago. This comes in from pornbot Sophia X7M8W, who says, "Your talent and efforts are simply stunning. Thank you for your contribution to the world of art. Your work is incredibly valuable. Heart, 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 ampersand cucumber."
I'm hard.